Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to set up our annual budget for 2021. I have been nerding out over this annual budget for the last day or so, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So I'm going to be setting up my annual budget in my Planning to Prosper digital budget planner. So that's what I have in front of me on my iPad is the digital budget planner. You can find this planner in my Etsy shop, which I always have linked down below for you guys. There's actually a direct link down below that will take you straight to it. So I'm just going to use the same planner. I am planning to come up with some different design options for the budget planner, so I could always move things over eventually if I want to, but for now this is what I have, and I honestly love these designs. I just think they're super pretty. I love the colors and everything. So with the budget planner you get tons of cover options. I think there are 10 altogether. Let's see, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes. So there's a couple like more, you know, muted options, lots of design options, things like that. So those are the covers. And then when you get into this page here, this is where we're going to be able to set up our annual budget and all that good stuff. So I do have a whole separate video that kind of walks you through the budget planner if you're interested in getting a more in-depth look at it. But in general, there's this general like index page here, which you can always access through this home button down here in the lower left-hand corner. And then in your monthly view, you also get a little index that will take you to specific pages for things you want to track monthly, such as a monthly budget or a paycheck budget, or your sinking funds for the month, your savings tracker for the month, you know, anything like that. So, but on this page here, I'm planning to do my annual budget, my annual sinking funds, my yearly, you know, financial overview. There's lots of different insert options that you receive with this planner as well. So when you purchase the planner, you also get all of the inserts, neutral versions of the inserts. You also get budget stickers. And then of course, I also sell like more decorative, excuse me, more decorative options in my shop as well for inserts and stickers if you want to jazz up your spreads and things like that. So yeah, we are going to put our annual budget in here, and I think I'm going to use, let's see, I want to pull up a couple things. So I think I'm going to pull up, by the way, this annual budget sticker, it's probably worth noting real quick in my budget sticker sets that all of my budget sticker sets come with all of these stickers that you see in front of you here. So washi, date dots, clip art, expense tracking, bill due stickers, all of that. You can buy the stickers completely by themselves, and then it comes with like all these scripts, and the scripts is where I got that annual budget sticker from, and then months and years, but then I also have the inserts. So I'm gonna leave this open just in case I end up wanting to use anything else from it. But then I've got my inserts in a file, and you'll receive your inserts in a file as well when you purchase the inserts from my shop. And when you purchase the budget planner, again, you'll just get the inserts included with your purchase there. But I'm gonna use the New Year's budget bundle, I think. So let me see here. New Year's budget bundle. And I'm going to use transparent inserts, which transparent inserts are great for when you're putting together spreads like this, where you have a blank canvas. If you have like an existing page somewhere, the white background is perfect for covering up existing pages and things like that. So I'm going to use the transparent ones, and as you'll see, here are all of the insert options. I'm telling you, there are a ton available for you, and everything. The listing does have a full list of, the listing on Etsy does have a full list of all the inserts and things like that. But and then the budget planner video I posted, which will be under my Digital Planning 101 playlist, also goes over all of the inserts in more detail. So I think I'm gonna actually use this first version of the annual budget insert. You do get two different versions. So there's this one kind of more simple one, which I think is the one I'm going to use. And you can just size that how you want it to fit the page. That looks pretty good to me. And then there's also this second version here where you can write down like your fixed expenses. Here, let me go ahead and actually click out so I can zoom in. So you can write down like the year, the goals, your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, and you have the opportunity to rate the year, which you have on this one as well. But I think I'm gonna use for my annual budget just this like more simple one here. So I'm gonna do that. And I was thinking of pairing my annual budget with the financial goals insert, which I have right here. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. So we'll squeeze that down there, kind of maybe make it a little bit wider, a little bit taller. There we go, that looks good to me. So those are the only inserts I'll need. I'll fill in the financial goals maybe in a separate video, but I wanted them to share a page. I thought it would be kind of helpful to have them side by side because, you know, you can kind of see how the overall year went and if you reached your goals and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So the financial goals insert, you have the opportunity to write down your short-term goals, which is 1 year or less, your middle of the road goals, which is 5 years or less, and then your long-term goals, which is 5+ years. So, but we are going to just focus on the annual budget right here. And I might even turn this. I wonder if I should just turn this way. I think that would be better. So that's one way that you can see one page at a time, by the way, is just flip it into portrait mode and then you can see one page much more easily that way, if that's the way that you want to see it. But this works really well for me, I think. So let's get started on the annual budget. So I'm gonna have two separate income, or three actually, separate income sources. So I'm going to have my full-time income, and I actually want to change, I'm gonna do 0.7. So I'm gonna write full-time income. And then I'm also going to have my planning to prosper, which is my business where I sell my digital products. And then I also have a YouTube channel that I generate a small revenue from. And then I'm gonna have miscellaneous. And I think I'm gonna actually, let's see, I don't like how I wrote that. So miscellaneous. And I'm going to make sure the images is turned off on my lasso tool to move my handwriting because I want to center this a little bit more. So we'll just kind of make it look a little neater. I'm obsessed with the lasso tool. I've talked about it time and time again, but it's so helpful. So see, I feel like that looks a lot nicer. It's nice and centered. So I'm not gonna write in any income right now. I don't really share my actual full-time income just because I know I have, you know, coworkers of mine and things like that that watch my channel, and so I just choose to keep that information private. And then my planning to prosper, I honestly have no idea what to expect for that. I don't have like a full year that I've been in business where I can look back on the year and create like an average or anything like that. I mean, really, I'm just getting started. I just opened my shop in September, so I'm not gonna put anything in there for that. And then miscellaneous, I'm not gonna put anything in. So those will be my income sources. I'm not gonna have amounts, but I am gonna share with you guys all of my expenses. And one thing I will say is, one thing that I did make sure of is that my full-time income covers all of our expenses. That was super important to me. I didn't want to have to rely on business income for our livelihood. The business income is really gonna just go towards our savings goals. So that was super important. So we made some adjustments to our expenses and things like that. We made some big changes to our sinking funds and all of that as well. So the total expenses you see here, because I'm gonna show you the total, is around what I make net from my income, from my full-time income. So it's, you know, my gross income minus what I pay in taxes, minus what I pay in benefits and all that kind of stuff. So, and I always am conservative in the sense that I underestimate my income because I actually don't know what to expect for my income yet, because we've always taken benefits out of Andrew's income. So I don't know what my paychecks are gonna look like in January, which is causing me just a little bit of stress. But and then also I bumped my retirement percentage up a little bit. So the total expenses that you see here is going to be pretty close to my net income from my full-time job. So just a heads up there. I'm okay being transparent in that sense, because that's not really a true accurate portrayal of my like actual income from my full-time job, because everyone has different like tax deductions, benefits deductions, all that kind of stuff. So I hope that that makes sense. So let's start listing our expenses. So the first expense I am going to list is our new mortgage. So one note I want to make about our mortgage is that we have the opportunity to pay our mortgage bi-weekly, and we are taking advantage of that opportunity. So we will be paying a half mortgage payment every 2 weeks, and what that ultimately does is it automatically sets you up to put an extra mortgage payment towards your loan every single year, and that shaves years off of the total life of your loan, which is amazing. We didn't have that opportunity with our last lender. They didn't even have it as an option, and so we usually just never did it because we would always find other things to like spend that money on. And so I really love that we're able to enroll in a bi-weekly option so that it's like an automatic thing. It's an automatic bill, and we just have to come to expect it and all of that. So I'll be enrolling us in that. So our total budgeted amount for our annual mortgage is $20,322.64. So that is our total budgeted income. And watch, I'm gonna be all sorts of picky about my alignment, but it's so nice because I would always get so annoyed when I was budgeting on pen and paper and I couldn't, like, things weren't centered or they didn't look right. And so I would get all bummed about it. And then here I'm like, oh, I can easily just adjust this, and it's so nice. But anyways, so I'm kind of obsessed with like centering things. I don't know why. Okay, so our next thing is gonna be our HOA. And our HOA is paid monthly, and it's $98 a month. So I simply took $98 and multiplied that by 12. And I got the, do I want to put dollar signs in? I might not, because I feel like it messes with my lining up, and that zero is kind of weird. See, I'm being all sorts of picky, guys. I told you I would be a little bit picky. Okay, we're gonna leave it. Okay. So our total for our HOA is $1,000, and this is for the whole year, $1,176.00. So, okay. And then for trash and water, that's gonna be our next one. Trash and water. And we budgeted $1,200. Now, what's kind of tricky about our annual budget this year is that this is our first year in our new home, and we're not really sure what to expect expenses wise. So I did ask in our neighborhood group, you know, what their average like water bill was and things like that, so that I could know what to expect. And so I sort of just rounded up from what a lot of people said, and that was about $100 a month. So that's what I put in here. And then I looked at the square footage of our last home and what our average electric bill was, which is going to be the next expense I'm going to list. And I kind of bumped it up by about $50, and I'm hoping that that will be enough. So this is for electricity, and we're budgeting $2,400 for the year, which is about $200 per month. Eventually we will go on like their budget plan. They have a budget plan that you can do, and it what they do is they take like a average of your full years of bills and they just charge you that every single month, so you have a consistent bill versus a variable bill. So we'll do that once we're here for a year. Okay, and then we have gas for our home. Ooh, that was funky. Gas, I'm gonna put for the house. And for that, we are budgeting $600 for the year. And again, in our previous home, it was about $30 a month was the average. And our previous home was a little less than 1,000 square feet smaller than our current home. So I just added another $20 to that because again, I like to play it safe. I like to overestimate our expenses and underestimate income just to be on the safe side. So then we have internet. And thankfully we know what to expect there because it's a straight up amount of $65 per month, which is $780 per year. And then we have our life insurance. So this is 2 separate policies for my husband's life insurance and my life insurance. And I just combined them together. So we're both insured through 2 separate companies. It's a $60-ish a month for both of us. And so that was $731.04 total for the year for life insurance for both of us. Okay. And then we have our auto insurance, and this could easily be changing because we have been talking quite a lot about selling one of our vehicles once Andrew is not working. I don't think we're gonna need 2 vehicles, so we'll see. But for now, our total for both cars is $1,730.88 for the year for auto insurance. And then we have our cell phones. And for cell phones, that's another thing that might be changing because honestly, our cell service is really bad. Where we are right now, we're with T-Mobile, and I don't know if it's just because the area is new, but our service is really bad. And then our good friends who live in the same neighborhood, they have Verizon and they don't really have any issues. So we're thinking of switching, but we'll see. Okay, so I got that right, $1,777.32. And then for Hulu, which is essentially what we use for like TV shows, T-Mobile pays for Netflix for us. So we have Netflix through T-Mobile, and then we have Hulu and Disney Plus bundled. And that is $20.16 a month, which is $241.92 a year, which is not bad. And then we have WW. I am planning on attending Weight Watchers in person starting in 2021 when my husband's not working anymore. So that's gonna go up a little bit, probably to about $60 per month. I currently pay just like $20 for the online access, but I need more accountability. So that is why I'm going to be going in person. So it's $720 a year for that. And then we're going to have a gym membership here very soon. And our gym membership is gonna include a gym membership for the kids so we can have our kids watched while we go to the gym. But I'm planning to go to the gym a couple days during the work week, like in the morning before the family's even up. And then my husband will probably take Julia and drop her off in the kids center, and he'll probably go while Maddie's at school or something like that. And then on the weekends we'll have a family day. But the gym that's near us has a great kids program, and they have like kids classes and lots of activities. So I think that'll be really fun for everybody. And then we have grocery. Oops, that is my eraser. So for grocery, we are going to do $600 per month, and that's gonna include coffee, which we are a bit of a coffee snob family over here. So we get Nespresso, and we usually spend between $50 and $60 a month on coffee, which I know probably sounds outrageous, but comparing the cost of that to like going and actually getting a coffee every day, it's still cheaper, and I feel like it's just as good, if not better, than going to get coffee. I know I need to tame down my like Dunkin' trips big time. So grocery is $7,200, and I'm hoping we can get it lower than that, but that's kind of our comfort zone, so that's what we're gonna do for now. And then we've got gas for our cars. And we're budgeting $80 a month for that because we're not, I mean, I work from home full time, my husband's not gonna be working, so that will be good for like 2 fill-ups a month, which is probably more than what we need, but it should be good because everything's super close to us. So and we don't really go anywhere right now, obviously, because everything that's going on. Okay, and then we have eating out, and for eating out we're budgeting $80 a month as well. That's good for a couple meals out, so that's $960 per month. And then we get into sinking funds, and this is gonna be a little amount going to our sinking funds, and then the rest will be funded through my business, but this will take care of like our very necessary sinking funds, like things that like, because we're gonna have household, for example, in sinking funds. We're gonna have diapers and sinking funds. Obviously we need those things. So this will cover those types of things, as well as like clothes and things like that. And then my business income will kind of fill the gaps with everything else. That's kind of the way we're viewing it. So that's gonna be $150 a month, which is $1,800 for sinking funds. And then we did decide, we were kind of back and forth on this, but we do have 529s set up for the girls, and we're going to contribute to them. It's not very much, definitely not as much as I would like, but we're gonna do $25 per girl per month, and then the hope is that with my business income we'll be able to increase that, but that's like the bare minimum of what we want to contribute. And then obviously, like I said, we'll do more as we're able to. And then Andrew currently has retirement through Costco. We're going to roll that into a Roth for him. And same thing, we're gonna do at least $50 a month into his Roth, and we'll do more as we're able to. And I also increased my retirement contribution through my paycheck. So those are kind of new things that you guys will see in 2021 as well, because we do want to make that a priority. For some reason, I think we kind of had it in our minds that because we couldn't do very much that it was like not even worth doing, but that's just not the case. Every little bit helps, and so we're going to, you know, prioritize that and everything. So and it's, you know, very tempting to have everything go towards like, you know, house projects because we just want to get them done, but I think it's important that we're still putting a little bit towards those things to make progress on them and stuff like that. So our total expenses, our total estimate expenses, which is all of that added up, is 44,000. Oops. $44,879.80. So there's that. And like I said, my full-time income will cover all of that very comfortably. And then with my business income, we're going to be putting that towards, you know, savings goals. Like we want to save up cash to do our backyard. We want to save up cash to redo our shower in the master bedroom. And then we've got, you know, our other sinking funds, which I will be going over those with you guys in tomorrow's video. So stay tuned for that. And you guys will see the sinking funds we're planning to have for 2021. My husband and I have put a lot of thought into how we want to manage our finances for 2021. And because we have big changes. We have new expenses with the new house. We have him not working anymore. So there's a lot of big changes kind of going on, and our priorities have shifted on certain things and all of that. So yeah, lots of changes to share, but I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you've put together your annual budget and what it's looking like for you. I'm really excited. I haven't followed through with like annual budgets in the past. I was cut off. I don't know where that cut me off, but I was saying that I haven't followed through with annual budgets in the past, and this year I really want to make sure that I am, you know, very diligent in tracking every single month, and then that I can put the actual numbers here and we can really see where we ended up. I think that will be really, really exciting, and then to like rate the year. So that will be coming in 2022. That's so like weird to say for you guys. So you'll see that from me in the future for sure. But yeah, so that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to catch all my future videos, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye.